नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणी। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानांजनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च श्री कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम। ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्ण। By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Knowledge, Raja Vidya. By Krishna's causeless mercy, now we are successfully studying in the 11th chapter, Viswarupa, towards the end. We have already understood about how Krishna's Viswarupa looks like. Arjuna described everything to Krishna himself directly. So that way, from the sloka number 14 to 30, in the 11th chapter, in about 16 slokas, we have completely understood about how Krishna's universal form looks like. But when we go to Goloka, we are not going to see Viswarupa there. We are going to be with Krishna in his personal form. In this Bhuloka, in this material world, so that's where Krishna is expanding everywhere in this material world. So that's how Krishna is expanding everywhere. So that's what is Viswarupa. Because Arjuna asked the question, because in the 10th chapter itself, when Arjuna asked the question, that Vistarena Atmano Yogam Vibhutim Cha Janardana Bhuyaha Kadaya Triptil Sunvato Na Asti Me Amritam. So I want to know about your opulence in detail. Vistara. Vistarana Atmano Yoga. Vibhuti, your opulence. And to hear about your opulence again and again, there is nothing else is nectar to me other than hearing about you. So, Sunvato na asti me amritam. Bhuyaga kadaya triptir sunvato na asti me amritam. So, that way, when Krishna told Arjuna, after Arjuna asked this, Krishna told, I'll show you, I will explain you the prominent ones. Because there is no end to my divine opulences. So that's how in the 10th chapter, Krishna, every sloka, every line, aham, 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 like that, Krishna was telling that this is me, that is me, like that. But Krishna can say aham. So then it is true. When he says aham, me, aham adischa madhyam cha bhutana manta evacha. That's what Krishna says, aham, many times. Adityanam aham Vishnu. Like that Krishna says. Senaninam aham Skandagam. Rudranam Sankarastasmi. Ramaga Sastrabrita aham. Data aham Visvato mukham. So like that, Krishna says aham, aham so many times, then that is fine, that is true. But in this material world, due to foolishness, the demons, they think that aham, that is the problem. Iswaroham, aham bogi, siddhoham, balavan, sukhi. That's what aham, aham. Iswaroham, aham bogi, siddhoham, balavan, sukhi. So like that, the demons think aham, aham. But that is not true. Krishna is Iswara. So we cannot say that Iswaroham. But the demons think like that only. They are the Iswara, they are the controllers. Aham bogi. That's what the demons think. I am the enjoyer. But Krishna only says that Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasa. So I am the Bhoga, Bhoktaram. Aham ki sarva yajnanam Bhokta cha Prabhurevacha. I am of all the yajnas, I am the Bhokta. I am the Bhogi. That's what Krishna says aham. But when we say aham, Iswaroham, aham Bhogi, that is not correct. We have to become a yogi. It's very important. We should not become a Bhogi. That means a yogi, what is the difference between yogi and a Bhogi? A yogi is connected with this Bhagavad Gita, that is yoga. This Bhagavad Gita is yoga. And a yogi is always connected with Krishna. Always focusing the mind on Krishna and enjoy with Krishna. That's what. A yogi's enjoyment is only by remembering Krishna, by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, by offering prasadam to Krishna, by rendering devotional service unto Krishna. So that way, a yogi will find enjoyment always by thinking about Krishna. Matchitta Madgata Prana. That's what Tushyanticha Ramanticha. So that's what the yogi. But a bhogi, he tries to enjoy in this material when away from Krishna. And he thinks that he is a bhogi. But it is not true. In fact, we are suffering. The so-called material sense enjoyment, that bhoga. Egi samsparsa ja bhoga. That bhoga means that enjoyment that has come from samsparsa ja, comes from when the material senses are in contact with the material sense objects. So that's what samsparsa ja bhoga. When the senses come in contact with sense objects, so that's what is called samsparsa ja bhoga. That is not called enjoyment. That is called not bhoga. That is called dukkha. Because that is the source of distress. Samsparsaja bhoga is the source of distress. That is the source of dukkha. Dukkha yoni yevati. Whereas the real enjoyment, only the yogi enjoys with Krishna, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and doing everything for Krishna and surrendering unto Krishna and rendering devotional service unto Krishna. So all the time being in Krishna consciousness, so that is called yoga, true yogi. At that point of time, we will be able to enjoy Sukam Atyantikam Yattad Buddhigraham Athindriyam Veti Yatrana Chaivayam Sitaga Chalati Tattvataga. So that's what Sukam Atyantikam. So we will be able to enjoy unlimited happiness. So that is called real enjoyment. The real enjoyment is actually enjoying with Krishna, enjoying studying this Bhagavad Gita, by knowing very well that we are the soul, we are not this body. So that way, connecting ourselves with Krishna and doing everything for Krishna, always keeping in Krishna consciousness. So that's what is called real enjoyment. That's the way we need to enjoy. Otherwise, we are suffering. We need to realize, we need to recognize and understand that we are struggling and suffering. We are suffering with six senses, including the mind. That is the problem we need to understand. When Krishna said very clearly in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said in the 15th chapter, 6th sloka, Krishna says very clearly that Mamaivam se jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaga managa sastani indriyani prakriti stani karsati. So Mamaivam se jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. So this jiva bhuta, this living entity, jiva, it is of my amsa, but it is eternal. So what is our amsa with Krishna? That we are also eternal like Krishna. So, but the problem is that Managasastani Indriyani Prakriti Stani Karsati. So with six senses, including mind, we are struggling, suffering in this material nature. That's what. What are those Sastani Indriyani? That includes the mind. Mind, and then five, our knowledge acquiring senses. Because the mind goes. When with the knowledge acquiring senses, Karmendriyas, many times we use simply with our mind itself. When our mind just thinks about enjoying something, so then we will start using the Karmendriyas to enjoy. But the thinking itself, many times it happens with the Jnanendriyas. Because when we see something, then our mind goes there. So that means with the sense of seeing. With the sense of seeing, when we see something, then our mind gets attached to it. Or when we hear about something, then our mind goes there. Our mind gets attached to that sense object. When we see something, or when we hear about something, or when we smell something, or when we touch something, all such things. When we taste, that sense of taste, that enjoyment. So all these things, when the mind thinks about it, because of these wandering senses, the senses are charata. Because we cannot, when we walk out, we cannot close our eyes and walk. We cannot shut our ears. We cannot stop any of these sense objects interacting with this material world. That is not possible. So that's why Indriyanam ki charatam only. So the senses are wandering only. Want to close everything, then we have to just get ourselves locked inside a room and don't go out at all in a dark room. So you can't see anything and don't touch anything. Just sit straight and don't do anything. So that is the way only we can forcefully control our senses, the Jnanendriya. But that is not possible. That is equivalent to death only. There is no point in living also. Because we have got this material body and we are stuck inside this material body, and now we have to purify ourselves. That means we need to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature, and that is possible only by acting, not by simply sitting idle. That's why Krishna said that niyatam kuru karmatvam karma jyayogi akarmana. So perform your prescribed duties. Performing your duties are better than not doing anything. Sarire yatra pichate na prasiddhayat akarman. So, after getting this body, we are not going to get anything good for ourselves without working. We have to act. So that way, when we walk out, when we go out, when we see things, or when we hear about things, all such things, we have to be very, very careful that our mind should not fix on what we are seeing or what we are hearing, all such things. If our mind gets attached to that, our mind should not contemplate them. That's what is very important. If our mind thinks about that, then there is a problem. Indriyanam ki charatam. So senses are roaming. But yanmanonu vidiyade. But when the mind focuses on the roaming senses, on the sense objects, then tatasya harati prajna vayunavam ivambasa. Then that carries away our intelligence, just like a boat on the water is swept away by a strong wind. So that's what we have to be very careful. We have to understand that our senses are very strong and impetuous. Yatatogi api kaunteya purusasya vipaschitaga indriyani pramatini haranti prashabha manaka. So the Indriyani are Pramatini Haranti Prashabam Managa. So that's why Krishna said that Managa Sastani Indriyani, with 6 senses including the mind. Because that's what happens. So we need to engage our senses. Our senses, we should be able to withdraw our senses from the sense objects. Ragadvesa vimukta istu visayan indriya ischaran atmavasegi videyatma prasadam adhikachan. Then only we can achieve Krishna's mercy. So we should be free from attachment and aversion, raga and dvesa. Ragadvesa vimukta istu visayan indriya ischaran atmavasegi. So all our indriya senses, from the sense objects, we should bring it back. Like a tortoise is able to withdraw its limbs inside its shell. Kurma angani va sarvasak. Like that, indriyani indriyatevya tasya prajna pratisthita. Yada samharate chayam kurma angani va sarvasaga. Indriyani indriyatevya tasya prajna pratisthita. So we should be able to withdraw our senses and keep it under the control. So then only we can control our mind. So that's what this control of mind is very important. So that way, Managa Sastani Indriyani Prakriti Stani Karsati. As long as we don't control the mind, we are going to struggle in this material world, in this material nature. Prakriti Stani Karsati. Then, when we die, we get another body. And at that point of time, all this mind, and we will get again these senses, depending upon what type of body we get. So, Sariram Yadavapnoti Yachapi Uttramati Svaraga Grihitvaitani Samyati Vayuga Gandha Nivasaya. So, Sariram Yadavapnoti Yachapi Uttramati Svaraga. So, the Isvaraga, the soul, which is inside this body, when we give up this body, Uttram, then we'll get another body, Sarira, Avapnoti, Sariram Yad Avapnoti. So that all is based on Grihit Vaitani, Samyati. So all these things, all this mind, all this mental, our speculations, what our mind, everything. So we are going to get it as if the air, the aroma is carried away by the wind. The air carries the aroma. So like that, the soul carries the mind from one life to another life. So that way we bring our mindset is already there. At the time of birth itself, we are born in this material world. At the time of birth itself, we have come with a particular mindset, particular mind. That's what is very important. And because of that only, we have got this body itself. So what the type of the senses, what we are going to get. So the type of eyes, ears, nose, all such things. So there is skin and tongue and everything. So that's all based on our mind only at the time of death. Shotram chakshugu sparsanam rasanam granamevacha adhistaya manaschayam vishayan upasevate. So everything is based on Sotram, ears, chakshu, eyes, sparsanam, skin, rasanam, there is tongue, and then granam, nose. All these things, they are all adhistaya, manaschayam. Everything is grouped together, our mind only, manaschayam. Vishayan upasevate. Then we are trying to enjoy the sense objects, depending upon what type of the senses we get, depending upon what type of ears, nose, and eyes we get. So that's what many animals, many other living entities, aquatic beings, everything, they all have different types of this eyes, nose, and ears, and all those things. We are seeing it already. So then they try to enjoy. That's what is happening. We are enjoying in this material. A fool cannot see all these things. Only a person with the eyes of knowledge can see all these things. So, Utramantam siddham vapi bunjana va gunanvitam vimudana pashyanti jnana chakshusha. So, a vimuda, a fool cannot see this. Only a person who has got the eyes of knowledge, jnana chakshusha, he can only see this. And we are getting this eyes of knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, jnana chakshusha. So, we will be able to see everything clearly. So by Krishna's costless mercy, now we are in the 11th chapter. We are successfully studying in the 11th chapter. So what we are studying, in the sloka number 52, now actually Krishna started talking. So Shri Bhagavan Vacha Sudurdarsham Idam Rupam Drishtvanasi Yanmama Devapyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kankshinaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. So this rupam, this form of mind, what you are seeing, that human form is very, very difficult to see. Even demigods are longing to see this. They are always longing, desiring to see this form. So that's why Devapyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kankshinaga. That's what Krishna said. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, this form of mind you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form which is so dear. Then in the next sloka, what we studied in the last class, the sloka number 52, 53, Krishna said, Naham Vedait na tapasa na danena na chejaya shakya evam vido drashtum drishtvanasi mam yata. Not by studying Vedas, not by just undergoing austerities, or not by doing charities, or not by simply by worshipping. So one can see this form. So that's what Krishna is saying. So what you are seeing, Drishtvanasi Mamyata. So the form of mind, what you are seeing, so this is not possible by doing all those things. Naveda yajnadyayanai, nadanai, nachakriya, natapo birugraigi. That's what we already studied earlier. Same thing Krishna is repeating here. So even the Viswarupa is also like that. Even this human form also is like that. We need to understand. So that's what Krishna is saying, telling Arjuna here. The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It's not by this means that one can see me as I am. That's what is very important. To see Krishna as he is. To know that that is Krishna, the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, to see him. So one should be, how we can see? Krishna has said so many times, na, everywhere. We already studied in earlier on sloka, now also Krishna is repeatedly saying na. In the next sloka, Krishna is saying that, then how we can see Krishna? It's simply by only one way. What is that way? It's very important for us to understand it. Bhaktyat vananyaya sakya aham yevam vidorjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Only by ananya bhakti. That's what. Without any deviation. So ananya bhakti. So bhaktyat ananyaya sakya. Then only is able to. It's possible. Sakya is possible. Aham evam vidorjana. One can understand me. One can see me, understand me only with pure devotion. That's what bhakti. That's what Krishna is saying very clearly. Bhaktyat ananyaya sakya aham evam vidorjana. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyastasmi tattvataga tatho mam tattvato jnatva visatte tad anantaram. In another sloka, Krishna says in the 18th chapter. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyastasmi tattvataga. So one can understand everything about me only by pure devotion. So that's what Krishna says here that Bhaktyat vananyaya sakya aham eva vido arjuna. So both are same. Bhaktyat ananyaya sakya aham evam vidorjana bhaktya mam abhijanati mam evam vidorjana. So everything is same. Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena. So one can understand, one can see with this philosophy, this truth, one can enter into my kingdom. So Krishna as well, Goloka, we can go there only with devotion, nothing else. So that's what we need. We need only undeviated devotion. That's what is very important. So, unalloyed devotion. So, devotion without deviation. That's what is very important. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding. That's what Krishna says. So we are getting that bhakti with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. We understand everything about Krishna. We love our Krishna. That's what we are getting. So we will definitely go to Goloka, no doubt. Krishna's mercy, we have finished sloka number 54. We have to just finish one more sloka to finish the 11th chapter. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामने जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Munmun Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for today's class. So I think one more sloka, the 11th chapter is going to be end. So the
Yes.
12th one is the Bhakti Yoga.
Bhakti Yoga.
Yes, Guruji. So that is the shortest, I think, the
Yeah,
smallest
20 sloka.
entire Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, that's
Yes.
correct.
No questions, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Mithun Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, how are you?
By Krishna's castless mention, fine Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. So, Ananya Bhakti means that, like,
Undeviated devotion.
undivided. Okay. Okay, Guruji.
Yeah.
So,
Devotion without deviation. That's what.
okay, Guruji.
That's
Thank
what.
you, Guruji.
Ananya Bhakti only will take us to Krishna.
So, can you elaborate, like, undeviated devotion means?
All the time, 24/7, nothing else, only following what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna uses this word Ananya many, many times. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. So Ananya
Yes.
Bhakti means always thinking about Krishna only. So doing everything only for Krishna. So that means we should not be worried about anything. If you are worrying about something in this material world, that means we are not remembering Krishna. We are
Okay.
not in Krishna consciousness. Yes, Prabhu. So fully depending on Krishna only, Prabhu. That's in all circumstances. So that's why Krishna says it, Sarvadharman Pratyaja Mamekam Saranam Braja. So Tameva Saranam Gacha Sarva Bhavena Bharata. In all respects, we need to surrender unto Krishna. So that means Sarvesu Kaleshu Mamanusmarat Vidyaja. All the time remembering Krishna only.
Okay, Guruji.
Chetasa
Guruji.
na anya gamina. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Ipsa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you for this class, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. I am is me, correct? When Krishna says, I am.
Aham.
I am.
Yeah, aham. Aham. Aham means me. Yes.
Aham is me. Aham is not my. Acha. Okay. Good. Guruji. Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji, for the class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Ravindra Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam, Guruji.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for a wonderful class. No questions for today. So nice of you. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. Very, very important sloga, Guruji. Today, this is the gist of the complete Bhagavad Gita. That
Yes,
Ananya Bhakti is the only solution. Thank you so much, Guruji. Very wonderful class. Excellent class, Guruji. And really grateful to you, Guruji, for all your effort, Guruji. Because of you, we are learning something now. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Sunil Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for wonderful class.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Real enjoyment of life with this knowledge only, Guruji.
Yes,
Really
Krishna's
nice.
we are getting this knowledge every time.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji, for all
Thank
your
you,
efforts.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sunil Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandavat Pranam, Guruji.
Dandavat Pranams Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Pranam, Guruji. Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam, Pranam Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna. Akshay Kumar Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. So
Hare Krishna.
thank you so much for the class. I was not able to attend from few days,
Yes,
but
Prabhu.
today I got chance again. Thank you so much and Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Interesting session today also. Thank you Guruji for that. Especially emphasize the control of mind. Really interesting session. And through you, we have seen the Vishwarupa darshan, which is not possible for eyes. Really, we are we are seeing him audio darshan.
Yes, Prabhu.
Audio view we are seeing. Really interesting session these days. Thank you, Guruji, for this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you
Mataji.
very much for the class, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
nice.
I've come to Chennai now,
Okay,
and
Mataji.
thank you for the class, Guruji. The devotion without deviation, which you've been always telling us the mantra, and we'll follow that, Guruji.
Yes, Krishna's mercy.
Thank you for the class, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. What Sumati Mataji told is right. Yeah, deviation, those lines are actually very nice to hear. So nice it is.
Krishna is repeatedly, so many times Krishna is using that word. Ananya. Ananya Bhaktyat Ananyaya Ananya Chetaga Satatam Ananyas Chintayanto Ma. Like that, so many times.
He's waiting patiently, means for us to come to Goloka.
That is correct. Krishna is waiting eagerly when we will say, I'm done with this material world. I don't want anything from here. I want only Krishna, like that. So that's what Krishna is waiting for us to say that.
True, Guruji. Now, really, all these days, actually, now my thinking has changed. Now I can see, means whenever I see out of the world, I see in a different way nowadays.
Yes, Mother. Yeah, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we can see through this world through the eyes of Bhagavad Gita.
Good. Yes, Guruji. Yes. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kumanandita, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mahendra Shukla ji.
Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
I unmuted?
Yes, Prabhu, you are unmuted. Yes,
Okay. Yeah, today class very interesting and very exploring. But with all the chapter, when it comes to senses, it's very difficult to to inhale. So the Krishna's message in a day-to-day life, inhaling and bringing into practice is quite difficult. What I perceive, maybe we have to understand the correct way how to control those senses. Ultimately, the sense only is creating all the nonsense in the life. So that is where we may deviate. We are deviating. So a solid determination without any deviation, we have to attain that particular Swabhava. I think this Chaturbhuja and Krishna in the other sloka you explained that nobody can see that normal nature of Krishna with two hands.
Yes.
What is the deep meaning, Guruji, here?
Which one, Prabhu?
No, you explained in Shostra, Krishna has told, no, nobody can see that Rupa, even Veda, whatever you read, whatever you come across, through that intelligence, knowledge, you cannot see me.
Let's come.
In one sloka, he's saying like that.
Yes. Yes.
So what I can understand is, if you very knowledgeable in Veda, Shastra, Upanishad, and all these things, is there will be a little ego, knowledge ego. That is why we cannot see
No, no.
Krishna's.
No, that alone is not possible. With that, you need to develop that bhakti. Without bhakti, you cannot see that. That's what Krishna is. With
So
bhakti.
whatever knowledge you gain outside is a worldly knowledge.
No, anything, even studying Vedas, you need to understand the purpose of Vedas. That is to know about Krishna. Veda is to survive, aham eva vedu. So if you know Krishna, if you have devotion, if you have love, bhakti, so then you can see Krishna as he is. Otherwise, it is not possible by any other means. That's what he says. We see people
So
are doing
can
all
we
kinds of yajnas and all kinds of rituals, all those things. Krishna is saying that by that means you cannot see me. That's what he says.
Okay. So that is why in our Sanatan Dharma also, aham brahma asmin, there is a method under which you make yourself that you are part of Brahma.
But
Tattvamasi is there in
the
Ayyappa
problem is
temple.
that I am Brahmasmi, then we'll say that I am also Krishna. That is where is a big problem. We think like that, then we are gone. Then we are not.
Yeah, in all our Sandhyavadanam, our whatever day-to-day Sanatana activity we do, so Proshanam, all these things we used to do.
Yeah, but we
Because
should not simply equate ourselves with Krishna. Then there itself we are done. That's it. We need to
I
understand
am
that Krishna
interpreting.
is.
Yeah, but I am interpreting with the Tattvamasi. If you go to Lord Ayyappa temple, there it is very boldly written, Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi, what you are seeing me is you. So Krishna is also telling with complete dedication. See, the way we see in a mirror, that is external, correct? We see the mirror and see that this is Mani, this is Guruji, Balakrishnan, all these things we recollect through our mind. But when we ignore all other external things, including the Veda, Shastra, whatever you read, whatever you've gone through, leaving apart, you just think about Krishna, the real Swarupa, you yourself become that part. That is what I am saying. Because the Tattvamasi is very clear. It's very solid word, very strong word. You see yourself when you go into that dedicated mode, non-deviation mode, the Swarupa, what inside will come is that Swarupa only, Krishna Swarupa only. Why? Because you don't have any external ego or anything. All senses are under control. 24/7 you are smaranai only Krishna. Therefore, you become him inside. So you can see that particular chitra in your mind once you reach that level. Anyway, so that Tattvamasi is a very strong word, Guruji. Very strong word. It's many of the places it is mentioned. So Krishna also indirectly is saying that nobody can see me, even Veda, Gita, whatever you do, you cannot see me in that, what do you call, that nature. You will see me only when you see me the way you have to see yourself. You are become him indirectly because he is the Paramatma, no. In all soul, he is there. Correct? In all soul, he is there. He is living with us. He is living with all living being, not only human being. All living being, Krishna is there. There is no doubt about that. So when you see Krishna as a mirror, you have become that. And you will see that particular nature of Krishna within yourself. Anyway, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Yeah. Today I want to tell about Budavahaya Namaha. In that, Badri Narayana, many yogi, they went there. They asked Badri Narayana, you are the Param Brahma, you are everything. To whom you are praying? Always you are in a yoga posture. You are doing some yoga, meditation. You are the supreme. Whom you are praying? Badri Narayan told, Badri Narayan nothing but it's a Krishna Sarupa only. He told, there is one village. You go there, you will find whom they are praying. So the Bhakta went to that village. It was completely, what do you call, a very spiritual village. Everything is spiritual in that village. And everybody is looking in one particular direction where Badri Narayan sitting with the sixth chakra. I don't know, it is Krishna, that Bhagavad Gita, that Tera, different instrument, I don't know. It is six chakra, it is mentioned. So they are all going, praying towards that direction. Badri Narayana. Then Badri Narayan says, I am praying for them. So one inner meaning is here is, a Supreme God need not to pray for anybody. He is happy within ourselves. When we are praying, he is also praying indirectly. So Bhuda Bhavaya Namaha means within ourselves, he is also showing the bhakti. He is immersed. Badri Narayanan, he immersed with our souls. So that is why his name, Badri Narayana name, came as a Bhuda Bhavaya. That means he is within all devotees who were praying with him. He is also praying. So thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Manoranjan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Very nice class. That Ananya Bhakti is important through not by penance, by reading Vedas, only devotion to Lord Krishna, undivided, unalloyed, undivided, single-minded devotion is required. And that Tattvamasi Shivam Pragyanam Brahma Am Brahmasmi, these are Mahavakyas. Really, it is from Sandhagya Upanishad. One who reads Sandhagya Upanishad, Svetaketu and Udalaka, his son Svetaketu, he tells about Mahavakya. Tat Tvamasi, that art thou. Tat. Tat means that. Is the Tad Shabda. That. Tat Tvam, Jusmad, Tvam, Juvam, Jim, Tvam, Asi, Asti, exist. So there is no difference between you and me, the individual with the absolute. That it is a very, if you connect with Lord Krishna and with individual, we are this part of the Brahman. So it is a very nice, and really one should be very much that we are nothing. We are part of the, when we realize that we are part of the Brahman, we won't have that kind of ego, negative qualities. If you are having everything, why you will allow our vicious qualities? So Lord Krishna is very kind enough to provide Gita, to follow that right kind of knowledge, right thought, right attitude to develop, that one can be an enlightened soul and divine being only following this Gita, and one can lead a happy life, contented life. And Guruji, you are very kind enough. Because of your class, we are transforming into a right being, perfect being, as propounded by in Gita. What is inside Gita? You try your level best. You try your level best. to transform us into right being. So thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Sadhuta Naman, Naman, Naman.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.